Hi, what is up, munchies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Karabo and this is the Accounting Girl. And if you're a returning subscriber, it is lovely to have you back to my channel. Before we get into this video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment and share if you care. So yeah, let's get into the video. In today's video, I'm going to be focusing on how to find a training office without actually having your CTAs. So recently, I had a very big interview with one of the big 4 firms in the country, and I actually ended up getting the job to do my training after my training to become a chartered accountant. After I'm done with my CTAs, and I did get quite a few questions of how was I able to get it, so on and so forth. So if you're one of the people who are currently looking to get a training office where you can do your chartered accountancy training hours after doing your CTA, then this is definitely a video for you. So in this video, I'm just going to be focusing on like 5 firms that I have applied at and have experience with. So those are the only ones I'll be focusing on that I actually have information on, but I'm sure that there are other companies that do the same. If I find any, I'll just add them to the comments and then share whatever information I'm able to find. So in SA, right, in South Africa, we have the big 4 chartered accountancy firms, which is EY, you have Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, and then worldwide they also do consider BDO a very big accounting firm, and we also have offices here in South Africa, so I will be discussing that as well. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can actually get a training office contract or a training contract to do your chartered accountancy hours when you're even in high school. So that means grade 11 and grade 12. So you would be applying with either or of your marks, whether it's grade 11 or grade 12. But you will only be starting your training hours obviously after you've done your CTAs. And the same information applies for people who are in their undergrads. So if you're in your first year of undergrad, second year of undergrad, or third year of undergrad, you can apply depending on the year when you're finishing. So let's say you're in grade 11 right now. I think what I saw on EY is that they have training contracts for grade 11s for the year 2028, if I'm correct. So essentially you will be signing a contract to start your training hours in 2028, but you have to make sure that you pass. That was what I was like sort of nudged with, is that you really have to pass. You cannot afford to fail any year. I don't know what are the consequences of failing, so I can't say I know what will happen if you fail. The same offers are at Deloitte. Deloitte has the same thing where you can either be in grade 11 or grade 12, or you can be a first year, second year, or third year. What they do is that they have a list. I know on Deloitte, when you apply, there's like a list of modules for each university, and then you put in your marks. The difference with Deloitte and a lot of the other bigger companies is that with Deloitte, it doesn't matter if you have high marks, i.e. me. But if you don't have anything like extracurricular activities, you will get rejected. I didn't have extracurricular activities that I was doing in my varsity years, so I got rejected for that reason. My marks were really good, but they still didn't take me. KPMG, they just focus on your marks, PwC as well, and BDO. What I do nudge matriculants and grade 11s and also people who are in varsity is that try to get a bursary with one of these companies, because you are promised a training contract like after you're done with your degree. So I feel like that is it's a better option, because at least there's someone who's also paying for your fees. So if you're able to get a bursary, then go for that. But if you're just looking for a training office, then you'll just apply. Normally you have to make sure that you have your matric results, you have to make sure that you have your any like extracurricular activities, things that you've done, and then they also want like your transcript from, let's say if you're in in varsity, they want from like first year up until where you are now. So I had to use my first year marks and my second year marks. They want the entire transcript. And I had a module that I subbed maths, but luckily for us at UNISA, when you sub, they don't mark up until 50. So I redeemed myself and I passed my maths with 71, thank God. And then with matric, they just want obviously your transcript of your entire matric, grade 11, your transcript of your entire grade 11, and so on and so forth. Everything, you have to make sure that whatever you have is certified. So that was also something that I peeped that they wanted. And then obviously I'm sure you're asking yourself then, how much, like, what percentage do you have to be considered by these companies? So from what I saw when I was applying is that they really want you to have 65% and above. That is, I don't want to say that is the standard, but that is the standard. They really want the best of the best. And don't do yourself an injustice and then apply with your marks if your marks are not good. Rather wait until you get to a year where your marks are really, really good, and then you'll apply. So you really need to give yourself a fair chance where you feel like, okay, my marks look really, 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 really nice, so let me apply. I feel like Deloitte is just really difficult to get into for some reason, because my average was 70 and they still rejected me. But also I'm going to be presumptuous and assume that they rejected me because of the fact that I did not do any extracurricular activities, because Deloitte is the only company that asked me that. EY didn't ask me that. KPMG didn't ask me that. I didn't apply at PwC, but I saw the application. They didn't ask me that either. BD also, when I looked at the application, they didn't ask me that either. And then there's another one, I think it's PKF. Yes, PKF. PKF didn't ask me that either. It was mainly Deloitte that asked that. So I was just like, sus. So obviously the companies that I mentioned are tip companies, because you are also working towards trying to become a partner, an auditing partner in the company. I do not have any information about smaller companies, but from my applications, guys, I applied at a lot of companies, okay? I've been through this, so I know. But with smaller companies, I know that they want people who are either in their final year, but preference is given to people with CTAs already. So you can't apply in advanced like this video is telling you to do for the bigger companies. This is my advice to everyone who's trying to look for a training office. It's actually so much harder to get into a smaller company than it is trying to get into a bigger company. Bigger companies, they really hire a lot of trainees, so you have a better chance than in a smaller company. In a smaller company, you are against people who already have their CTAs, so that is also the reality of applying. And another reality of applying is marks. That is just something you cannot run away from. You really need to do well. I think that people really have this thing where it's like, all I need to do is to get 50 and I'm good. 50 is not enough. I hate to be the bearer of like bad news, but that is the reality of studying accounting and trying to become a chartered accountant. Getting 50% is not enough, because it's not even going to get you into, you know, your CTA year where you now doing your postgraduate diploma in accounting sciences. It's not even enough. But it's genuinely the reality of, like, you know, studying the course that you're studying right now, is that you need to do well. And if you're watching this and you're in high school or you're in your first year, you need to make it a point to do well consistently throughout. Otherwise, you're going to be in third year, you can't get into your CTAs, and then your dream of becoming a chartered accountant is like, you know, gone. So you really, 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 really need to do well. I think that's round about it when you're trying to get a training office without your CTAs. It is possible. You just need to do your research. Please apply as fast and as early as possible, because most companies are open right now. So yeah, I hope that this video was really helpful. Share, and I hope that it's beneficial for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed recording it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.